What are they testing for?
Will you keep going?
In the face of
whatever.
Well, they call the one of the weeks Hell Week, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they try and simulate hell by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
You talked about learning grit can mean enduring something hard for a while, such as cutting wood for 12 hours kind of thing. It's a job. I played football. I did both ways. I was exhausting and pretty tough.
No, that's not tough. That's not exhausting. Compared to wrestling, not even close. So don't sit here. I'm not going to allow you to sit here and try to tell yourself that you got grit. You either got it or you don't.
All right, you either got it or you don't. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who we learn this truth from, and peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, with a motivational epistle going into determination and grit. This dude right here, a former Navy SEAL, and I always like to be. I was a part of special operations once upon a time. I do like, of course, being a Jake. Listening to other Jakes that were in, in special operation, wherever it might be, a Marine Raider, a SEAL, Green Beret, combat controller, whatever it may be. I definitely like to hear our people for face value. It looks like a Israelite. Talk about what they went through and what it took for them as so-called black men to get to that point. You know what I mean, I'm not finna go into detail with this guy or the previous guy, but just the whole point. He was just getting on this guy that thought he had grip. Now again, this guy's a Navy SEAL. Oh, the Edomite gentleman is looking to become that. All right, and he's getting advice from this guy. So once again, he thinks that he has what it takes to even start the process to become a Navy SEAL. The Edomite, the gentleman here who is a former Navy SEAL, is telling him, I think not. And of course, the reason why I bring this up is in relation to this thing of ours. First and foremost, for the Akim that desire that position of the 144,000. This ain't for the weak, man. All right, and the video previous to this, the dude went into, I'll bring it back up. Hell Week they have in Buds and Navy SEAL, the process. But we're getting ready to go through our final, test to be crowned with that crown of life. All right, what it represents. But every brother, just like they wanted that beret, or they wanted that tab, or they wanted that trident, whatever they give out, they wanted that knife, whatever they give out when you graduate that grueling course of special operations, man. That is what they desire. That's what they covet, man. That green beret, or that, that Navy SEAL trident, man. So what we desire in the name of Yahweh Shem Habushah, those crowns, man. And again, if you check the GMS testimonial page, a brother did a beautiful video going into what he saw about aspects of the kingdom, seeing brothers be crowned by Yahweh Shah, who he believed to be Yahweh Shah. All right, giving crown had to be Yahweh Shah, right? But one thing that the brother said that really motivated me, and it sounds like Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, just outside of the box. He said that the crowns were levitating. They didn't touch the brother's head. It was levitating. You know what I mean? He also said that he saw birds with crowns upon their heads, man. So that is just one aspect of what we're fighting for. When those dudes decide this is what they want to do, that is what keeps them enduring into the end. You need to be a visionary. That's what we do as men. We want to look at the reward, what we're looking for to get that crown. And brothers have done a bunch of epistles. Another brother, and he was going into the way that the crown looked, and he was so passionate about and so excited literally about how it looked. And he was saying if he could have designed and created his own crown the way it was perfect, is what he was saying, it would look just like he would want his crown to look, right? So that's just, ultimately we're seeking salvation, of course, but if the Lord is adding some shine to it, then that's what we desire. We want those crowns. And again, the dude was saying, hey, the dude didn't have enough grit, man. Then let's see what the just definition for the word grit is. Grit is defined as a personality trait combining passion and perseverance for what? Long-term goals, enabling individuals to overcome challenges and maintain effort over time. That is exactly what we have going on now. And every brother that desires to be of the 144,000 has to have it. And Lord willing, those individuals, we pray to be those individuals, have it. We're going to endure to the end. We speak and bring these things about endurance. This is a marathon, not a quick ass sprint race, man. You got to have enough grit, determination, and what aids in you being determined to finish this thing is being a visionary. Think about the literal freaking crowns, man. All right, when I, you know what I mean, seeing those Green Berets or seeing those Navy SEAL trainers, man, in the ceremony when they're getting pinned or when they're getting those, when they get a chance to don their Green Berets and things like that. Amen. Imagine how much more for us during that crowning ceremony, you know. And the brother went into detail, man, in that dream. He was saying, hey man, Malachi Hawashai, he also, when he brought the brothers up one by one, man, he went and kind of went down their lineage. This is, you know, such and such from, you know, such and such, you know, many waters, you know, the Lord voiced like many waters, but he, you know, the Lord let everybody know who everybody was is the point, and what they did, you know, and why they're receiving this crown, man. So that is what we desire. And if we keep our mindset on that, we should be just fine. We'll finish this thing of ours, man. This is James 1, and we'll start at verse 2. My brethren, count, not my sisters. This is for the men. We trying to be at that 144,000, and it's almost go time. We'll deal with our hell week, if you want to call it that. So what's getting ready to happen, fellas? We're getting ready. We've been training, all right? We've been training, and now we're getting ready to come into the end of our training, and we're going to be tested. Everything that we're learned will be tested. We pass that test, we'll participate in the crowning ceremony. All right, so this is it. Everything that we learn, we're finna put it to the test. We practice this. We know the procedures. We know the tactics, man. We know how to pray. We know how to fast. We know the nature, how Hawashai. We know how the enemy rocking. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So all we gotta do is keep our mind focused on the goal, because this ain't for everybody, and the Lord has made it very, very clear. It ain't for your wife. It ain't for your, you know what I mean, for your family members. It ain't for them other heathens, man. Everybody can't even call upon Yahweh Shema Shai, let alone call upon them every day, do a pills to go out on the highways and byways and keep their integrity. All right, and despite all the hell that we're catching, we're almost done. All right, but the test is gonna be nasty, and I figured it would be nasty because the Lord not a man that he shall lie. And if he said that this was gonna be a time like the earth has never seen before, what the hell is buds and Navy SEAL training? What the hell is selection, you know, the Q course for the Green Berets, man? You know what I mean? And everything else compared to like time like the earth has never seen before, they'll be up against it, man. The SEALs, you know what I mean? They'll all be up against it. We'll be up against it. So, the process that the Lord has upon brothers crying, brothers feel like, you know what I mean, the Lord mistreating them maybe. Well, you have to understand, we're coming into a time like the earth has never seen before, and the Lord is not joking, and it's finna go down. So in order to hell with a Green Beret, to hell with a Navy SEAL tribe, we want those crowns that won't even touch our heads, they'll levitate and spin. You know what I mean? I pray for waterfalls to come out of my jewels, brothers. Don't try to take my idea, by the way. You get your own crown and you pray to the Lord for it. Don't be down. I mean, that's mine. Lord willing, I endure to the end. Lord willing, I'm chosen. Lord willing, I was predestined to receive salvation. But yes, I'm talking about waterfalls. I'm not saying like a contraption. There's a like an oil lamp. You remember the oil lamps from back in the day that your grandma had? Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about spiritual power. There's a waterfalls coming out, the jewels in my crown, each and every one of them, little miniature waterfalls, and you can hear it if you're quiet enough. You can hear it just all day, every day. And you can hear it. It's so calm, and those little waterfalls coming out of, I'm talking about just like a waterfall look, just the way it falls and the way it's all white and bubbling up at the bottom. Yeah, man, that's what I pray for if I endure to the end, to be, you know, coming out of my crown, little miniature waterfalls out of every little one of those, out of every jewel or stone, however big, however, you know, whatever size the Lord got it. I want waterfalls coming. Some brothers may have fire, you know what I'm saying? There's no telling, man. Your house, I already didn't design your, hey man, on put. Hey, who knows, man? If we were those maybe we, oh man, man. The brother was talking. There's another epistle the brother was talking about in that GMS testimonial page, going into like a vision that he's seen, and it looked like what he would think is Yahweh. I think he was like there. The vision he saw was children, basically, and he saw a representation of Yahweh maybe as a child being like the class favorite, and he was like, picture this: the teacher or the principal being Yahweh being the teacher's favorite, and then us being classmates with Yahweh. He was like, picture Yahweh giving them a project to do. And what was that project? Create everything that we see. So under Yahweh Shai and his 144,000 brothers, you know that's what happened. And the brother said he saw a vision of that. And it was like, being in a classroom and, that 144,000 around Yahweh Shai, learning from Yahweh Shai because he's the class favorite. He know everything. He just like Yahweh, man. And that was beautiful. I kind of probably jacked up the brother, man. But just, go back and check out the GMS testimonial page. It'll keep you motivated, man. And I said all that in relation to that goal, that victory, which keeps us motivated, because we're really finna be up against it, man. And if I'm seeing and I've experienced and I've done some high speed training, man, how much more for that crown is we gonna have to be tested, and the Lord gotta make sure. So you know what I mean, they'll save you pretty much in buds in the Q course for Green Beret. If you out there lost, they put GPS on you in Navy SEAL, man. They're not gonna let you drown. You do know that it's prophesied for some of us to be beheaded, some of us to be unalive for that. That's not a real, it could happen in training, any type of training, you could be unalive, but for the most part, they try to have some type of safety standards. We're going above that. All right, so we have to endure to the end and be ready to make that ultimate sacrifice. We can't just quit. All right, this is in fact a life or death situation, man. So all we got to do is take all those things into consideration and push on forward. It's looking like Eve is good and burnt out. She is looking to be completely our enemy. It's to the point where, sometimes, you see that one woman and she'll like, oh man, you be like, oh, Eve, I hate. But for the most part, the Lord has revealed, we don't even want to even talk to Eve. We don't even want to deal with her right now, how wicked and prideful she is. There's nothing else to hold on to, man. This place is burning, and now is the perfect time for you to come up out of your transgressions, man. Come back to Yahweh Shem Shai and receive that crown, man. And for, if you're don't have the spirit of 144,000, guess what? You can be a wife. Okay, this isn't for everybody. Everybody can't be of 144,000. But if you're a female, you need to desire to be a wife. And you gotta find, that one man through the spirit. You pray to Yahweh Shema Shai. Don't be vain. And remember, don't judge a man by his outward appearance. You judge things by the spirit. You pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that he get you to your man, and you'll be able to participate in that reward as well. Again, that's what the brother saw. But that doesn't mean that y'all won't have jewelry and a something placed upon your head from us, and who knows, maybe Yahweh Shai will give you something personally for you women, that were predestined to be with us anyway, man. So just keep all those things in mind and endure. James 1 and verse 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. And that's what this is all about, man. Patience. Again, this is a marathon. Damn it. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. That is the goal, brother. We endure to the end. We're going to want for nothing if we utilize that patience and execute everything that we learn via our training. Everybody's going to, we're going to have as a whole, we'll be tried, but everybody have his individual thing that that the Lord wants us to overcome. Any weakness or any type of, it's going to be weeded out here pretty soon. Any type of fear, any type of back to weakness, like let's say you're not, whatever it is, man, the Lord is going to get us on a certain level is the point, man. no matter, and he's purging these things out. Lo and behold, man, we are really going to be pretty clean as far as like our thought process, because we can never be clean, but we are putting away these things, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. We are putting off that old man on a daily basis, and by the time we get smacked in the middle of Jacob's trouble, or we'll be ready to give glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Lord willing, this is our last Passover before the great tribulation is in front of everybody's face. So, pray for laborers to the harvest, man. Pray for brothers to come into this thing. Pray for brothers to come into the camp. Pray for brothers to cross over, right? The brothers that's been on the other side, man, and you ain't got no real deal issue. Pray for those brothers to go ahead and make it on over to the other side so we can go ahead and get to the next phase of this thing, because hey, we about ready, man. We pray in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai that we ready. And this is it's exciting, man. It's, it's bittersweet, but it's sweet to us, really. Luke 21:16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents, and brethren, and kinsfolk, and friend, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. This is a part of that, having that grit and knowing what you're up against, buddy. It's your parents may betray you in this thing. For you mother worshipers, and that goes for my motherfucking brothers too. I'm a brother that had fell out. Mama, we cool now, but my biological mama, you tell me where she at, shouter. You tell me where my biological mama at. I don't know what the hell she doing. Okay, so I already have a circumspect spirit about so-called mothers and Eve already, because of, usually it's the father that leave. Well, this brother here got left by his mother, so I'm already circumspect. Now the Lord did give me another mother, and she's been great, but she showed her behind too, to the point where I had to put a curse upon her too, and everything has come to pass. We're fine now because we strive to be at peace with all men, of course, but I'm not a respected person. If the Lord, now I don't care if you is, if you do something wrong, lie on me, what am I supposed to do? Reward that? I'm supposed to reward that if you lie on me, bear false witness. I just had to have a conversation with the Lord about my child bearing false witness on me, man. You know what I mean? And what the Lord say though, that's a part of that fiery trial. He say, hey, your foes will be that of your own household, and that's what this scripture going into as well, man. So you got to understand, for you brothers that ain't never experienced that, listen to your brothers when they testify and get these testimonies, man. You'll be up against it. You ain't seen your mama flip out, your daddy flip out on you. Give it time, man. Whoever it may be, auntie, and I'm saying they'll do anything, man. You know what I mean? Turn you in. Ain't no telling what that betrayal is gonna the specifics of that betrayal. Again, in brethren, and that could be brothers that's in this thing that you think is sincere. Look at all the brothers that have gotten weeded out already, and kinsfolk, and that's your nation. Anybody could betray you here pretty soon that you thought was okay. The great tribulation is gonna bring it out of them, and so-called friends, man. All right, so and ye shall be hated of all men. The Lord not a man that he shall lie. He not a man that he should lie. Anybody that ain't a part of this, now our wives, they gonna hate us, man. They gonna hate us, man. And that includes your children if they are the hopeful elect. You got to understand that. Hey, the brothers in North Carolina was going into that. Man, your child might not make it. Your wife might not make it. That's a part of having that grit and determination. And it comes, all right, let's go spiritual. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We'll understand, we'll get it back. There it is. So whoever got to perish, it is what it is. We desire to live. So we're going to put on as a hopeful elect. We're going to give diligence to make our carnal elect sure, because we want to live. Anybody that ain't serving the Lord coming in the fear, obviously you want to die. Obviously you want to die. So obviously we ain't the same. And I know I get my daughter back. I know I get everything I lost back. So it don't matter. Whoever buck up or go against the grain at this point, hey, it be off with yours, buddy. It be off with yours, buddy. Because we, like, you know what I mean? You're wicked anyway. You know what I mean? We was all, you know what I mean? We're not perfect. But we call upon Yahweh Shema Shai, and the Lord is dealing with us, we believe, man. So it is what it is. But the whole point, man, hey, your parents will betray you. Your brethren will betray you. Your kinfolk will betray you. Your friends will betray you, man. And that's all part of that fiery trial. Let me go stack that. Stack those precepts as Apostle Tahar says. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Therefore, have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. What? Just pleasures, mirth, women, all these things, man. Hey, when the mark of the beast comes, that's going to be a temptation that's common because you're going to want to eat and drink, etc. You're going to want to live. You're going to want a roof over your head. This is common to man. It's not a strange thing for you to desire these things. We like music, women, party. If we was in the like in the kingdom, hey, we had no issue if y'all was dressed Houston rodeo going and getting together and dancing and nah. But you see what y'all done did, jacked it up. All right. But yeah, man, we want to have fun too, is what is the point I'm making. But we are wise enough to understand how to do it right and do it forever. Y'all want temporary and fake stuff. You want to be in a body that eats great food. Let you tell it, and it ain't great. It's probably hair in that spit. You know what I mean? It's so easy to spit over food if you work in food. I used to work in food service. I suggest they wear masks. You know what I mean? Because I mean, not even just talking over your food, like saliva, little, it comes out, bro. So you probably ingested so much people's spit. It's not even funny. We gotta get out of here, man. This place is filthy. You know what I mean? Why would you want to stay here? You know what I mean? We had that vision, man, to know this ain't it, man. This is temporary. Oh, I was going into, yeah, you eat all that good food, but gotta shit it right out. All that twerking that butt. Come on, man. All that eating. A woman, she eating all that shrimp, crab, and lobster. You should just look at it with a spirit of disgust, because it got to come out that night or the next day, and it's gonna stink and all type of shit. Ugh, Eve. How could you walk around showing your doo-doo hole off? You know what I mean? Like, truly, I hate to be like graphic like that, because I'm like talking nasty like that, but for real, they're around here showing off doo-doo hole, bro. Like, it's getting kind of weird and sick, like and just showing my butt. Like, what is wrong with you? You got worms in you or something that causes your butt to be up in the air like that? Does your butt itch or something? You're always humping and hunching things like a damn dog. Like, what the hell is wrong with our women? Sit down somewhere, man. But it's all good. That temptation gonna get them, and they gonna end up bowing down and taking that mark of the beast. We're gonna have the grit and determination to endure when we're hungry, and we gotta have faith for the Lord to bless us with that food, or when we're in that guillotine, man. We got to have enough grit. Bring it on, man. And that day, we're gonna be like, bring it on. Hurry up, my guy. Hurry up. And that's a spirit we need to pray for, a strong spirit. We're almost there, man. And the Lord, hey, this is it don't work perfectly. It don't work perfectly, the process that we all went. And now every brother, for the most part, we say, Lord willing, we perform, but we ready to die for this thing, man. Bring it on, man. It's nothing, because the spirit is with us. They ain't never seen. There's nothing worse. There's nothing more fearful than a man that's ready to die. You can't do nothing to him. There's no fear in him before a man that's ready to die. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? That's the most powerful thing on earth, is a man that's ready to die for what he believes in. And we are that, in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. We don't desire to be here anyway with these corny ass people. We truly know through the spirit we're above these people. Don't nobody be so far beneath us. It's not even funny. Who want to interact with her? Who want to pick from this litter of crap? You know what I mean? This shit, man. Who want to pick a wife out of this? You can have every bitch on planet Earth, man. We'll leave it and just reset it. What the Lord said about rising up stones, man. If you know what I mean, he don't need none of us. He could make a stone prophesy. Just how much more you women that are really only here to and we don't even need you. Did Adam come from a motherfucking woman, homeboy? Nah, he came up out of dust. So the Lord already showed you, Eve, that we really don't need you in relation to your how about Shema Hawashah to have children. All right, that is, you know what I mean, something that he gave over to you to have an effing purpose, and your purpose ain't to look good and shit for 24/7 in our captivity. When you get to the kingdom, do that. When you get to the kingdom, do that all day, every day, for all eternity. Look good. Right now, you need to take the low and be barefaced. We tired of that weak ass makeup. You look weak as hell with that makeup on. Weak ass costumes. Niggas was wearing costumes, and you know what I mean? Just ridiculous, man. Let's see. I'm gonna stack that up again. Get repetitive in this guy, man. Luke 21:16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolk. Oh, I just brought that out. Second Ezra. Yeah, reiterate that. Second Ezra 8:62. These things have I not. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee. And here is the point. and a few like thee. Then answered, and I said, you know, the Marine got that little thing on the few, the five. There's a bunch of Marines though. Compared to special operations, man, that's what I saw. That's what the Lord let me see. That's the smaller units, the smaller where it ain't the bulk of people. When everybody can't be in that unit, everybody can't perform. Everybody doesn't have the same determination, the same want to be there, to be there, to be there, to be in that environment. Because you know you have to volunteer to do those things, man. You want to be a Navy SEAL, you gotta. So everybody that wants to be a SEAL, Green Beret, they want to be there. All right, just like us, man. Through the Spirit. Now we're I'm not gonna lie. All right, this is predestination. The Lord has chosen. He's all powerful. We don't pick to serve the Lord. He picks. He chooses. Now there's going to be a manifestation of our desire, and that's what you're experiencing here in these epistles, seeing brothers out on the highways and byways. The Lord has given us the grit, the determination, the perseverance, all right, to endure this thing, to get laughed at, for people to say we're in dresses, we're weird, walking by at camp and things like that, looking at us crazy. Last Saturday was out there at camp. Some Edomite lady, she wasn't, you know, disrespectful, but you know, on after camp, you know what we do after camp, have the little briefing and things. White lady, she just walked by and she's like, "Well, what's going on here? Are y'all in trouble?" Because you know the brothers be on one side and the other brothers, and then you know the head and the second head be on one side, and the rest of the brothers be on the other. You know, giving that good the good debriefing, man. And you know, Esau Eve walking on by. And she's like, "Oh, you know, what are y'all in trouble?" Like making fucking jokes, man. And we ain't even paying no mind. We was like, nah, we just talking. You know what I mean? Go ahead about your business. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying? All that type of stuff we endure, and know that, hey, she'll be brought to shame. Everybody that laughed and mocked will be brought to shame. Everybody that took us lightly and didn't take heed to the warning will be brought to everlasting shame, man. It is what it is. All right, where am I at? 62. Yeah. A few like thee. So special operation isn't for everybody. The army, man, it's a lot of Jake in there, man, and the environments and the mentality is completely different. I won't speak so much as far as like the infantry, any combat unit, artillery. It's a little different. But anywhere there's Eve, okay, there's a bunch of black women and black men that's not in combat units. That shit's a joke. It's a joke. You see these, and I'm just looking at like the black dudes in the army now. They're a fucking joke. If they ain't in the infantry or combat, they're a joke. Like seriously, they got beards. Them niggas ain't nothing wrong with them niggas. They just want to have beards. Niggas be wearing earrings and shit. And I'm talking about, I was in special forces, dog. We had relaxed grooming standards. Even even that when we were in Iraq, it was a little bit more relaxed grooming standards, what we call it. And we ain't even do all that shit that these niggas be doing. You ain't no operator, dude, to be having no beard. You're not in a place where you have to blend in with the culture. That's why the SF guys wear the beards, man. You know, they don't just wear beards, man. I can't just because they wear beards, because if the mission dictates that they need to, you know, in the Middle East, shit different, culture different. If you don't have a beard, people don't trust you in the Middle East, or different cultures. All right, so that's why you see some of the pictures with military guys and beards and shit like that. That is why, to gain trust for some of these nations and shit like that, and to also blend in. These niggas run around here stomping the yard, going, you know, ain't did shit, you know what I mean, with a beard. You're a clown, Jake. You're a clown, my guy. You're a clown. You know what I mean? And again, the whole point was I saw the difference between that mentality that special operations had versus the regular army. And that's what it's really called. That's the component. You got the special operations side of things, and then you have what they call the regular army. That's everybody else that's not in special operations, man. The mentality is completely different. Again, everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to be better than you know, they want to be better than somebody. You know what I mean? You want to be a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser than the so-called regular army. So that's why we're here doing these things, man. And the same thing, or how much more for this thing of ours, man. We want to be better than the 2/3. We want to be better than the heathens. We want to look better. We want to perform better. We want to know more things. We want to, and this is a big one. This is a big one. Have a better or different experience. You see, our experience sucks right now. All right, but that's a part of it. Why Eve is going on, girl, I got my little whatever the hell she is until I, you know what I mean, till the Lord make it, you know, certain. Man, she done went on so many vacations. I can't lie now. The Lord let me go to California with my daughter maybe 2 years ago. All praises. I went to Universal Studio with my daughter from Georgia to Cali. That was great, man. But other than that, man, I mean, I have not went on no vacation. I'll be 37 this year. I've never went on I've been places. I'm saying a vacation as an adult where I've planned a trip and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Nope, never did it. Eve done went everywhere. She was just in Greece. You know what I mean? What was it? Last year she went to Greece. Damn near snuck out the country on me. Like, you know what I mean? Damn near. We've dealt with all that, of course. Went to Greece, my guy. That is an experience that the bitch, all right, the women, and they wicked as hell. You know these things get addressed. Who the hell are they to be? You know what I mean? That's an experience that we don't get to experience. We don't get experience doing girl trips and partying and shit. We got to take the low in the house of mourning for the reward. It's going to be an experience for that 1/3. And this includes you women too. All right. It's going to be an experience being of the first fruits that they will never get to experience, man. That is something to desire. We get to see stuff that other people, just like the chariots, man. I'm sure a couple years ago, it was like a period of time where I don't know what was going on. Seems like the angels were showing out and the Lord had these, the angels like going around the earth. And I saw it. I looked out the window and it looked like they were like these lights and they were moving all together. And it was around the same time that brothers was like night after night seeing the same thing as if it was the same, group of angels just going around. I looked out and they was moving like in a line. Look like what, I hate to say this, but what they say, like Santa Claus and that reindeer shit and the sleigh. That's kind of like it looked like how it was moving, but they were just like white lights. And I believe them to be, angels or chariots of Yahweh Shema Shah or representation thereof. And other brothers saw it too. I'm not the only brother that saw it, man. It was the time, I don't know, a couple years ago. It was like chariots just move. And chariots are seen all the time, man. That's, again, that's an experience or something that everybody doesn't get. They're not going to think that that's the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, angels and things like that. They're not going to think that that's chariots. They're going to call it aliens, or they're going to think it's lights or drones or something like that. And sometimes it could be, but the whole point is that experience, being of the first fruits, like getting those crowns, the things that we're going to see that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, all those things. First fruit, 2/3 not going to know nothing about that till they're reborn from us, right? That's what we need to be focused on, which will keep us motivated and enduring to the end. The fact that we get to do things that other people want to do, that's a huge reason why one would want to be in special operation, is to do things that other people don't get a chance to do, go places, experience that other people don't get to experience. In order to get there though, it takes determination, grit. You got to show yourself. You do have to be stronger than the regular army. You do have to be different. And there's like not necessarily like just brute strength, but there's a mentality, thinking outside the box, man. Always being able to accomplish the mission, finding a way to get it done, man. This is the mentality of the military period, I ain't gonna lie, but much more so in special forces and special operations, man. And also in Delta's supposed to be the highest of the highest of of what Babylon the Great can do, the Delta Force. And their selection process is freaking different. Everything else is team. Delta selection is you're by yourself, man, and there's nobody like Google it, homeboy. I'm not finna get into detail, but if you just or YouTube it, the Delta selection process. It ain't too detailed, but the dudes that were in it, they kind of go into a little bit of detail of what they had to do, and the bulk of it was everybody self. They're by themselves. They get a point here, and and it is what it is. And that's also in relation to when we're not with the Akim. All right, when we're not doing the epistles, what are you doing when no man is watching? Now, of course, the Lord is watching you, but what are you doing? Because that's going to matter too. And that's a test of your character as well. And that's something that we need to see. You got to be able to perform as a team, all right, in special operations. And you also have to be able to perform on your own if you are a special, if you're in special operations and you are an operator. We want to, the 144,000, that's what we want to be, our operator. We're able to operate our own, show our own faith, our own works by ourselves. We all should be able to do an epistle by ourselves. If it came down to it, we should all be able to go out on the highways and byways by ourselves if it came down to it. All right, with the skill set that the Lord has given us. All we got to do, and imagine when we all put our powers together, Captain Planet type stuff, right? All with our, and that's kind of, I know if I know you older brothers know what Captain Planet is, you know, but you know those dudes, the Planeteers would put their rings together, right, and put their powers together, and you know, a Captain Planet being a representation, man, or you know, of Yahweh Shah, he was all powerful. He could manipulate the elements, but they would have to call upon him together, and only then, when they put their powers combined, right, when they when those powers combined, yeah, I like Captain Planet back in the day, man. I'm an '80s baby, late '80s baby. Only then would Captain Planet show up. Hey, with those powers combined. But that's what's going to happen when we cry out to Yahweh Shai. That one last time when the cries of the beheading is happening. When we're crying out, how long, our powers of prayer is going to go up. All right, that altar, that incense, right, that sweet savor to Yahweh is going to go up. All right, it's going to be a different type of smell to the Lord. This is different. What's happening to his men? They're being beheaded for his name. All right, they stood on their business, as they say, and it will come that the Lord will give that good go ahead to Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and he gonna show up just like Captain Planet showed up, and it's going down, man. I had so many more precepts I was gonna bring out, but I think that makes the point of just being determined, man, having grit, okay, because it's gonna get ugly. And you heard what the boy was saying. Don't think that you got grit, you so-called Christian, just because we all go through shit don't mean that you are the hopeful elect. It's people that done been unalive, people that done been beheaded, buried alive, all that ain't of the hopeful elect. So we don't care. You got to have that grit, but it got to be from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.